StadiumDB.com presents Dramatic Stadium Upgrades Before and After Complete Revamp. Welcome! In today's video we will show you stadiums that have undergone real metamorphoses. Some of them are hard to recognize. To show you the full range of stadium developments, we will be on as many as 4 continents. So fasten your seatbelts, there are 8 stadiums ahead of us, which we will show you before and after undergoing major changes. And we'll start with Stadion Śląski before 2008 and now Poland. The plan for a stadium had already been conceived in the interwar period, but the idea of copying Berlin's Olympiastadion was halted by the Second World War. Stadion Śląski was designed for an audience of around 87,000, making it one of the 2 largest in Poland, alongside the Stadion Dziesięciolecia. In fact, however, both were given the title of 100,000 seaters. The redevelopment, which started in 2009, was supposed to last until 2011, but instead ended in 2017. On the facility, there was a first-ever rope roof disaster, and constructors also had to be changed. As a result of the turmoil surrounding the roof, costs rose from 360 to more than 650 million zlotys. The venue's trademark is Europe's largest rope roof covered with polycarbonate. NSC Olimpiyskiy before 2007 and now Ukraine. When it opened in 1923, it was called the Red Stadium of Leon Trotsky. It has changed many times in its history and took its more or less present shape in 1966-67, when a second level of stands was added above the Great Basin. Capacity rose to 102,000 and allowed the venue to become one of the largest stadiums in the world. Another reduction was brought about by the biggest modernization in several decades. In 2008-11, the lower stands were dismantled and relaid, the upper stands were refreshed and the main stand was completely rebuilt. The latest expansion was in connection with Euro 2012, for which the Kiev Stadium was the final arena. FNB Stadium before 2006 and now South Africa. South Africa's largest stadium was built in 1989 on the border between Soweto and Johannesburg in a very well-connected industrial area. At the time it held around 80,000 spectators, the vast majority of whom were seated in a deep earthen basin. Today's shape is the result of a massive redevelopment between 2006 and 2009. The orange seats are punctuated by 10 black stripes, lines that point in the direction of the other 2010 World Cup arenas and the Olympiastadion in Berlin, which hosted the 2006 final. Workers' Stadium before 2020 and now China. The old Workers' Stadium, also known as Gongti, was opened in 1959 for the 10th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. Over the years, it has been the main stadium in the Chinese capital and has hosted numerous events, including the Asian Games in 1990, the Universiade in 2001 and the Football Asian Cup in 2004. The new Workers' Stadium was built on the exact site of its predecessor. It has numerous references to the traditions associated with the old stadium. The venue has retained its oval form, and one of the most prominent features reminiscent of the old arena is the distinctive concrete facade with 80 columns. We're halfway through, which is a good time to like the video if you haven't already done so and to subscribe to stay tuned for more stadium content every week. BayArena before 2006 and now Germany. It was originally built as Ulrich-Haberland-Stadion in 1956. However, the venue's fame began in the 1990s, as it was then undergoing a comprehensive redevelopment and achieved the status of a state-of-the-art stadium. It was a steep, single-level arena with seating of 35,000 spectators. The facility was to be built section by section over time to save cost and grow with the needs of the club. The stadium was expanded once again between 2007 and 2009. This time, a small second level was added above the existing stands. The whole facility was covered by an impressive roof. It was intended to resemble an aspirin tablet, but the large Bayer inscription on the drug could not be hung over the stadium. Orange Vélodrome before 2010 and now, France. The venue is named after its football and cycling layout from its opening in 1937. The last elements of the track, the elliptical arches, were removed in 1985 when the stadium grew to 48,000 seats after an earlier capacity reduction. It evoked mixed feelings among the locals. The stadium offered poor visibility, weak acoustics, and offered no protection from the sun and strong sea winds. The 21st century saw the start of planning for a major upgrade, this time involving primarily the roofing. Since 2003, none of several concepts could be implemented, and it was not until France's victory in the Battle of Euro 2016 that a breakthrough was made. The SCAU studio came up with the winning design for extending the stands along the pitch, including the western one from scratch, as well as roofing the whole thing with an impressive umbrella. Civitas Metropolitano before 2011 and now, Spain. The story of Atletico Madrid's current stadium began a long time ago in 1988. Designed by the Cruz y Ortiz studio, the venue was to live up to its glory with Madrid's bid for the 2012 Olympics, then 2016 and 2020, but all the candidacies lost. Only one element of them survived: the idea of expanding the stadium to truly Olympic size. Even before the second Olympic bid was rejected, the city of Madrid signed an agreement with Atletico to make the venue the team's new home after moving out of the old Estadio Vicente Calderón. Due to the athletic layout of the initial stadium, the lower stands are very flat. Of course, the impressive roof, which resembles a hat, also catches the eye. Maracanã before 2009 and now, Brazil. Following the news that Brazil would be awarded the right to host the 1950 World Cup, the Rio de Janeiro state authorities launched a competition in 1947 to design and build a new stadium. In the final between Brazil and Uruguay, 199,854 people were officially in the stands, although unofficially the number is said to be up to 10,000 higher. After 2006, the lower stands were converted into seats. Capacity dropped dramatically, culminating in the redevelopment of the stadium between 2010 and 2013, when it became clear that, despite its status as a heritage asset, much of the venue had to be demolished to meet the requirements of the 2014 World Cup. At this South American venue, we conclude our tour of stadiums that have undergone massive changes. Let us know in the comments which upgrade has been the most successful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as more interesting material from the world of stadiums is coming soon. Be there no matter what.